Hey, g'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking this e-Boxer variant of the 2023-2024 Subaru Crosstrek for a first drive. Full disclosure, I'm not a huge fan of SUVs, driven plenty of them and they usually don't impress me. However, I do have a soft spot for the older Foresters, especially lowered ones, and I also quite like the Subaru Outback. So let's check out this Crosstrek e-Boxer. First off, the exterior. This Crosstrek isn't trying to be overly flashy. It has a rugged utilitarian look that's typical of Subarus, but it's also borderline on looking like the previous XV model, but just powered up. Overall, it's a solid no-nonsense design. Inside, it's functional, and although it appears laden with plenty of buttons and touchscreens, it's fairly straightforward. The materials are decent and the layout is intuitive. The seats are comfortable enough for longer drives and visibility is good. And like the XV and Impreza interiors, they feel pretty similar, though I must say the Crosstrek has a bit more of a rugged, sporty touch. Tech-wise, you've got the basics. The Starlink infotainment system is here with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is great. I must say I'm not a huge fan of the touchscreen. Physical buttons for me all the way. There's some settings which I feel shouldn't be touchscreen. To the all-important part, well for me anyways, how does it drive? Well, this Crosstrek e-Boxer combines a 2-litre engine with an electric motor paired with Subaru's Lineartronic CVT. This hybrid setup produces a combined output of 110 kilowatts and 188 newton meters of torque. Compared to the non-hybrid variants, you get a slight boost in power and torque, which enhances low-speed acceleration and overall drivability. The transition between electric and petrol power is seamless, and I must say this CVT does a good job of keeping the engine in its optimal power band without the annoying drone you sometimes get with CVTs. I much prefer this version compared to some older versions of the CVTs I've experienced in Subaru Outbacks. The handling is decent for an SUV, and the all-wheel drive is a strong point, which would give you good traction in various weather conditions. This is something that sets the Crosstrek apart in its price range here in Australia, where most competitors won't offer all-wheel drive. In terms of fuel economy, the e-Boxer claims to offer 6.5 litres per 100 kilometres combined, though it's important to note that actual mileage may vary depending on driving conditions and habits. The weight of the vehicle and its all-wheel drive system do impact efficiency compared to lighter models. I was averaging closer to 8.59 litres per 100 kilometres for a combination of inner city and freeway driving. Now compared to the non-hybrid variants, the 2-litre petrol-only engine in the base model Crosstrek claims to offer 7.5 litres per 100 kilometres. Meanwhile, the more powerful 2.5-litre petrol variant claims to average about 8.5 litres per 100 kilometres. The weight of these cars certainly plays in these results. So, is it worth opting for the hybrid e-Boxer over the non-hybrid models? While the hybrid does come with a slightly higher upfront cost, if you do a lot of urban commuting, I think the e-Boxer's efficiency can lead to some noticeable savings at the pump over time. Plus, you do get a slight bump in power and torque, enhancing overall drivability without compromising much. So the Crosstrek e-Boxer is equipped with Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology. This includes features like adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, lane departure and sway warning, and lane keeping assist. One of its standout selling features is the driver monitoring system, which uses facial recognition to identify if you are not paying attention or getting drowsy, and it even works if you are not the registered driver. This adds somewhat of an extra layer of safety, ensuring the car is always looking out for you. So what's my take on the 2023-2024 Subaru Crosstrek e-Boxer? Well, as someone who isn't a fan of SUVs, I have to say it's a decent option. It's practical and offers good performance for its class. And while it doesn't have the charm of an old Forester or the raised up wagon-like nature of the Outback, it's a solid vehicle with all-wheel drive as standard. I think that feature alone is a standout choice in the price range here in Australia. Keep in mind there's no one size fits all, and tyres will ultimately decide how much off-road you can do. You just have to weigh up the initial price layout, because effectively you are buying two types of engines in one car. Thanks for watching, and if you found this review helpful or insightful, please give it a like and subscribe. If you've got any questions about this Crosstrek e-Boxer over time, drop a comments below and I'll get back to you. I've got access to plenty of fleet cars. Cheers for watching, see ya.